Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital show that Carly Corinthos Spencer, Laura Wright, is nearly dying. And Sonny Corinthos, Maury Spinard, and Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, are going to want her far away from Jack Brennan, Chris McKenna, because he is the reason she got poisoned. We're going to talk about just how far Jason and Sonny may go to keep Carly safe from the danger that Brennan is bringing into her life. This week, Valentine Cassadine, James Patrick Stewart, tried to kill Jack, but Carly wound up his victim instead. Carly is still in General Hospital after fighting for her life because of the polonium poisoning. And now, Jack is beside himself with fear, with worry, and with rage. He knows Valentine drugged the champagne with a dangerous toxin, and Jack wants Valentine to pay. But more than that, Jack is also now at the top of Sonny's long list of enemies, mainly because Carly nearly died while she was with him. When Sonny pulled a gun on Valentine and called him out for tampering with his bipolar medication, we saw Valentine thinking really fast. He shifted the blame over to Jack. Valentine told Sonny that he only messed with his meds on Jack's orders. And he claimed the WSB boss had threatened Charlotte Cassadine, Scarlett Fernandez, to make him do it. But unless General Hospital is doing another retcon, another rewrite of history, Valentine was just flat out lying to Sonny. It was definitely Valentine's idea to tamper with Sonny's meds. If you remember, Valentine bribed a Pentonville guard to pull the prison van over when he was transporting Jack so the two of them could talk. This was back when Charles Major was in the role, and he needed to discuss things urgently. So, Valentine told Jack he was running this long con on Sonny, messing with his meds to lead him to a complete and total mental breakdown, which would get him out of their way. If you remember, while Jack was behind bars, Valentine took over sole power for running pikemen, and he did keep Jack in the loop by arranging these meets, like the one they had in the prison library and then in the transport van. When he heard Valentine's plan, of course, Jack was on board, but he thought it was kind of a slow way to go. He preferred a faster solution, like, just shooting Sonny. These days, Valentine is trying to kill Jack, or get someone else to do it for him. And that's because Valentine thought that the shot taken at him, I think was it in Prague, was on Jack's orders. But it wasn't. Colette had gone rogue. So that's why Valentine tried to kill Jack in Germany, and just this week again in Port Charles. As a backup plan, Valentine told these lies to Sonny, hoping the mob man might take out Jack, and certainly Sonny is about to target Jack, but not by marking him for death. Instead, Jason and Sonny want to target Jack to get him away from Carly. Already Jack is not the kind of person that either Jason or Sonny wants her involved with because he's a WSB spy and an extremely dangerous man. This week, Jack holds Valentine at gunpoint on Pier 55, ready to kill him for putting Carly's life at risk. I do think Valentine may get away, possibly because Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, interferes or provides the distraction or somehow saves his life yet again. But after Jack's showdown with Valentine, no matter how it turns out, I expect Sonny and Jason to then turn their attention to Jack. While Valentine was feeding Sonny lies, hoping he would kill Jack for him, I doubt either Jason or Sonny will or would even consider killing the WSB station chief. First of all, because it could turn out really badly for them. They could be arrested or targeted by the spy agency. Second, if Sonny or Jason try to kill Jack, they're going to have a huge problem, and her name is Carly. No way will she let Sonny or Jason kill Jack. Carly would never forgive them. Pretty much everyone, especially Jason, has told Carly to stay away from Jack from the moment the guy was creeping around. I mean, come on, he showed up with a classic kidnapper's kit the day he was arrested, and he was clearly planning to snatch her. But of course, Carly hasn't listened. That's because Carly does what Carly wants to do, and what Carly wants to do right now is keep doing Jack Brennan. If Sonny and Jason try to order Jack to stay away from Carly, I doubt Jack will listen. Even though Jack may agree that his presence in her life presents a risk, he's absolutely racked with guilt over Carly being poisoned. That's shown us this new side to Jack that I like. He's always had a soft spot for Carly, not enough to not recruit her daughter, but still, Almost losing her made Jack's hard exterior crumble. We saw him sitting at Carly's bedside, tearing up, telling her that she has his heart, even though most people don't think he has one. Also, actor Chris McKenna, who is playing Jack right now, said in a recent interview to Soap Digest that Carly is the most important person to Jack. McKenna also said Carly is the love of Jack's life. No, he is not going to willingly let Carly go, no matter what Jason and Sonny try. But I also expect those two won't just go away quietly and endorse Carly dating the man who nearly got her killed. Which, of course, is ironic, considering how many times Sonny's life choices nearly got Carly killed. I can't even count all the times. Even if Sonny and Jason pressured Jack to do the right thing and break up with her, I don't think that's going to fly with Carly either. She does not let go easily of things that she wants. So if she wants to keep seeing Jack, she isn't going to let him push her away because he's too dangerous. And Carly is not going to let Sonny or Jason push Jack away, saying he's too dangerous. Because they are both, let's face it, stone-cold killers. Jason and Sonny may think that the best outcome is Valentine and Jack kill each other. That would take care of both of the problems for Sonny and Jason. Since Jack wants Valentine to pay for hurting Carly, we also saw McKenna saying in that same interview that Jack is out for blood. So in the end, I'll be surprised if Valentine dies. Or if he does, I think it would be in such a way he could easily come back from later. If Jack survives this standoff with Valentine, which I totally expect he will, Jason and Sonny may have no choice but to respect Carly's wishes, even though they strongly disagree. If she wants to be with Jack, my money is on Carly getting what she wants. She'll win this one. She appears to be falling for Jack, and he's already made it clear to Carly he has fallen for her. So it seems that this is only the beginning of Jack and Carly's love story, and we are totally here for it, even if Jason and Sonny are not. Thank you for being a loyal listener. Carly Spencer had made plenty of mistakes in her life, some bigger than others. But if there was one thing she prided herself on, it was survival. She had been through hell and back, from mob wars to betrayals, from losing everything to rebuilding herself stronger than before. But this was different. Jack Mitchell had entered Carly's life like a whirlwind, promising stability, understanding, and most of all, love. He was a successful businessman, charming in a way that didn't rely on intimidation or brute force like Sonny Corinthos, and he lacked the silent danger that Jason Morgan carried in every step. He was, by all accounts, a safe choice. Carly knew she wasn't wired for safe. But after everything, after Sonny's repeated betrayals, Jason's distance, and the destruction of her last marriage, she had allowed herself to believe she could have something different. But now, as she sat at the Metro Court, sipping a martini she wasn't really tasting, she could feel the storm brewing. She knew exactly what was about to happen before the elevator even dinged to announce their arrival. Sonny Corinthos walked in first, his presence commanding as ever, dressed in his usual dark suit, his expression unreadable but undeniably intense. Behind him, Jason Morgan followed, his stride effortless but calculated, his piercing blue eyes scanning the room before landing on her. And just like that, she felt it. The familiar sensation of being trapped between two forces of nature, both trying to protect her in their own way. Jack, who had been sitting across from her, glanced between them and sighed. I take it, this isn't a social visit. Sonny didn't sit. He stood at the head of the table, towering over them both. Not exactly. His voice was smooth, but there was a quiet warning beneath it. We need to talk. About you. Carly rolled her eyes and took a sip of her drink. Of course you do. Jason didn't speak right away. He rarely did when Sonny was in control of a conversation. But when he did speak, his voice was even, calm, but loaded with meaning. You're making a mistake, Carly. Jack folded his arms. I don't know what you two think you're doing, but Carly doesn't need your permission to be with me. Sonny let out a short, humorless laugh. You don't get it, do you? This isn't about permission. It's about the fact that you don't belong in her life. Jack tensed, but Carly beat him to it. Oh, for God's sake. Here we go again. Sonny, you don't get to decide who I'm with. And Jason, I expected better from you. Jason's gaze softened just a fraction. I'm looking out for you. No, she snapped. You're looking out for yourselves. You don't like that I found someone who isn't in the mob, someone who doesn't live by your rules. Jack isn't a threat to me. He isn't a threat to my family. And for once, I'd like to be with a man who doesn't carry a gun for a living. Jack reached for her hand, but before he could touch her, Sonny leaned forward slightly, his voice lowering. You really think this guy is different? That he's some kind of saint? Carly hesitated just for a second, long enough for Sonny to pounce. Jason slid a file across the table. Jack's name was on the tab. We ran a background check, Jason said, his voice measured. Carly's breath hitched. You did what? Jack paled. Are you serious? You had me investigated. We had to, Jason said simply. Because we care about Carly. She shook her head, disgusted. This is insane. No, what's insane is that you're about to marry a man who's been lying to you. Sonny shot back. Carly's stomach twisted, but she wasn't about to let them see it. What are you talking about? Jason opened the file, sliding it toward her. Jack's business. It's not what he claims. He's been laundering money for a competitor, one who's been trying to push into Port Charles. Carly's fingers tightened around the edge of the table. That's a lie. It's not, Jason said quietly. We wouldn't come to you with this unless we were sure. Jack shot to his feet. This is a setup. You two are just trying to scare Carly into leaving me. Sonny smirked. You overestimate your importance. We don't need to set you up. You're already dirty. Carly's mind raced. Jack had never given her a reason to doubt him. But Sonny and Jason, they wouldn't lie to her about something this serious. Not when it came to her safety. She met Jack's gaze. Tell me it's not true. Jack clenched his jaw. Carly. That's all I needed to hear, Jason said, standing. Carly felt a sharp pain in her chest. She had let herself believe that maybe, just maybe, she could escape the chaos. That she could love someone without fear, without looking over her shoulder. But once again, the men in her life had proven that peace wasn't something she was meant to have. She swallowed hard and looked at Jack one last time. You need to go. His face darkened. You're just going to believe them? She nodded. Yes. Jack's jaw tightened, but he knew when he was beaten. Without another word, he turned and walked away. The silence that followed was deafening. Carly sat back in her chair, suddenly exhausted. I hate you both, she muttered. Sonny smirked. No, you don't. Jason didn't say anything, but his expression was softer now, filled with an understanding that only he could offer. She let out a shaky breath and looked at them both. Don't say I told you so. Sonny chuckled. Wouldn't dream of it. Jason gave her a small nod. Let's get out of here. And just like that, she was back where she always ended up, standing between Sonny Corinthos and Jason Morgan, the only two men who would always protect her, whether she wanted them to or not. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our GH News 24 YouTube channel for more update news.